Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another movie review. This movie brought to me by BT Plus. They just dropped it called Onyx. So yeah, let's get into it. So the movie stars Jennifer Freeman. So we have Sam. She's a firefighter. So her and her boyfriend Noah, I guess was getting it on, but she also had to get ready to go to work. So she's getting herself ready. He still wants to go another round, and she's like, "Listen, I'm already gonna be late." So she gather her things, and then she heads to her station, and she realizes that she can't find her badge. So she lets her captain know that she needs to get it because that's her lucky charm. And he was like, "We don't need to carry it with you all the time." But she was like, "Yeah, I got to." So one of her crew members switched positions with her, so they end up driving her back to um the house. She gets in. She's like Noah calling for him. She hears a shower going. I guess he's still in the shower. She goes to the room. She finds her badge, and she sees him laying in the bed, and she's just like, she storms out the house, and he's calling her, and then her coworkers in the car looking like, what the heck did this happen? So he was like, "You're the one for me. I made a mistake." She was like, "All actions have consequences, all actions," and he's still trying to plead the case. She ends up shaking her head, gets her badge, and goes in the car, and she makes it to work. So she does all her shifts or whatever the case may be. Mind you, she's still trying to clear her head because what Noah did was foul and not right. So later on that day, after she finished work, her friend Dee Dee calls her and lets her know that her and Shannon, they're having her an event at the club, so she need to come and shake her tail feather and do what she got to do. So she decides to go because her friends was like, "We're not taking no for an answer." So she goes, she drinks, have a good time. They was giving her encouraging words. She was still feeling sad and upset about the whole situation. He was like, "Listen, he's just a dirty cheater." And it's ironic, but y'all know at the end, like Dee Dee was giving her all this advice about cheating and stuff like that. And then she was like, "We have an event tomorrow that we're gonna go to. Let me go call my boy." So she calls her friend, and then meanwhile, Shannon and Sam are still at the table and they're talking. And Sam was like, "I'm sorry because I shouldn't have loaded all my problems on you." She was like, "Listen, pain is pain." So Shannon was once in the military, so she suffers from PTSD. So she's finding ways to navigate and find herself coming out of what she's been gone, because she was gone for 15 years. So she's trying to, readjust and see if she can, get in touch back with reality. So they're talking, whatever the case may be. Dee Dee comes back and like, "Listen, we having a thing tomorrow." So next thing you know, they head to the place the next day. They meet up with Cody. He's supposed to be a tour guide, whatever. So they end up doing all the tours, taking a lot of pictures, having fun, just living in the moment. Then it was like, "Listen, we got since y'all did all y'all could do, we still have like an off road thing if y'all want to do that before the thing closes." It was like, "All right, cool, let's do that." So they end up getting in the Jeep, and Shannon drives them out to this remote location. But everything started going dead, so they didn't have no signal on their phone. The car stopped working, and they basically got lost. So they walking around, they see this old like military base, and it was a whole bunch of planes that was like just sitting there, like unabandoned, well abandoned. So one of these guys ended up coming out with a okay, so like a big AKA 47 type gun, and he was like, "What's your business?" They all had their hands up like this, like, "We don't know," stuff like that. "We got lost," and he was like, "AKA." They were like, "Well, AKA this and this what happened. We're in bikinis. We're not part of the deputies, whatever, the feds, whatever." They end up going inside, scoping out the scenery, and they made note of Dee Dee's supposed to watch while Shannon and Sam go outside to see if they can find ways to turn on the communication system, because they looked inside. It's given very military grade, so that's something up Shannon's alley. Even though the fact that she suffered from PTSD, she still manages to, scope and see to use her 2 cents to help get some communication going. So with the help of Sam, they end up finding the grid panel that's on the ground. They end up getting a what's it, mallet from another truck or whatever, so they used it to open it. They went downstairs. They seen the panel, but at the same time, Shannon started getting her triggers back, so she had to come out there like, listen, I can't do that, can't do that. Sam was like, all right, cool, cool, we can do this. Let's, just work together. So Sam goes down there, she gets all the information, and then they turn the stuff back on. Meanwhile, while they turn the stuff on, all you see is like these UFO trackers or whatever. They start coming into Earth, and AKA comes outside, takes his camera, and starts taking pictures of it. And then meanwhile, Dee Dee's outside. She ended up getting bit by a snake on her butt, so they end up going back inside. Next, there's alien comes in and starts attacking them. They start running. They end up finding like this little machine ship, kind of like a capsule. Out pops this woman. Come to find out, her name is Gwen. They take her back inside the plane that they was in to get her dressed or whatever the case would be. And then full on attack just starts going. They have to fight for their life. So basically it was an alien invasion. Gwen come to find out she's half human, half alien. Shannon ended up finding this article about her. She was basically 100 years old. She was basically kidnapped from where she was at. Um and they basically fighting for their life. Cody, well, with the help of Noah goes to go look for her because they at the time they was doing like a decode situation. He was able to like get her coordinates before they started breaking up. So Noah takes his smarts to help go find where she at. Noah's also a firefighter. I didn't know that, but yeah. So he goes to where they was at. Cody's in there banging his coworker out on the back of the truck. He didn't even realize that they didn't ever come back. And Noah's just like, I'm just trying to find my girlfriend, Sam. He's like, yeah, let's go check the book. So they check the book, they find out that they off grid. They end up driving to where it is. The alien ends up blowing Cody to shreds, his whole neck blown off. Noah ends up getting shot in the arm. Then he started running off to like find safety. He ends up running into a bear trap and got his foot chopped some. He managed to break free. He ended up running into AKA, and he ended up giving him the gun and stuff that he had, and AKA left. But listen, you are cavalry and stuff like that because he's the first responder. So yeah, you're on your own. Kill him. So next you know, he ends up finding the girls, Noah, but one of the lasers from those little circle things end up shooting him, Noah, in the chest, and after he shot off most of them, he shot the last one, but the same time he was shooting, that one shot him, so he got shot in the chest. He basically died. Dee Dee told before that happened. Dee Dee told Sam that she was the one in his shower. You gave her all that good advice, and you was screwing her man. Like you couldn't go out and find somebody else of your own. But anyways, they end up burying Noah. Gwen, Shannon, Dee Dee, and Sam. They end up going back into where the cars was. They end up finding AKA. They thought he was dead, but he was asleep. They checked everybody else. They was all asleep. They was in like a deep sleep. They got all that information. They tried to find out how to shut down the mothership with Gwen's help in that mask. They went back until Gwen got taken by the alien to go back to the mothership. They picked up the map to see what was going on. That's when they figured out how to do that. So AKA and Shannon, they helped find the plane so they can help stop the alien at the same time. Meanwhile, Sam and Dee Dee had to go back to the plant to like figure out everything to get that gun, make sure the coordinates and stuff was done. Long story short, they did all of that. Gwen, she ended up killing the alien, and they basically helped launch the missile so they could warn people that you know there's aliens on Earth. Y'all gotta beware. So Gwen basically told them through communication that she's half human, half alien. That she got to stop what was started because of her, and she ended up killing herself to save the world. At the end, Shannon became head of super alien security in the military, stuff like that. Sam still fighting virus. Dee Dee opened up more beauty parlors or whatever the case may be. AKA got paid so much money to sell all the pictures he had of the alien and stuff like that. And yeah, that was this movie in a nutshell. It was kind of like giving futuristic vibes, but at the same time, it was quite interesting. So, like I said, you could catch this movie on BET Plus called Onyx. They just dropped it. You would not be disappointed if you're into like sci-fi and thriller like that. This is right up your alley. Definitely check it out. I enjoyed it. So yeah. So with that being said, um, give me a like, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.